from the World Cup opener against Wales, Herc? Is it something, nothing, or everything?
You know, I don't think it's something, nothing, or everything that he got into with the referee. I think it's something, nothing, or everything that we didn't see a reaction from it. I'll explain myself with it.
Good thing or bad thing? It's good that he didn't react, right? He's got to keep his cool.
I think it's everything that we know Christian Pulisic to be, and sometimes you'd like to change that. There are plenty of players, or plenty of pundits, fans, teammates of Landon Donovan that wish that sometimes Landon Donovan would have been a little bit more into the moment and emotional in the right way, right? Like, to think of harnessing that talent.
Is that important?
In the right way.
Come on, you're either a good player or you're not.
That's not true.
What do you want him to? What's the appropriate response to a referee putting his hands on Christian Pulisic?
That's the worst thing I've ever heard about athletes. You're either good or you're not good. That's not it. There's a huge mental part to this game. I've played with much more talented players that, for whatever reason, after 1 year, 2 years, they're done. 3 years, they're done. Whatever the case may be, you keep going, even though they're better players. This is a very good, talented player, and the issue with him has never been his talent. It's been mentally. It's been him being consistent. Now, somebody puts their hands on a Clint Dempsey. I don't care if it's a referee. What do you think is going to happen? Somebody puts their hands on any major player in today's game, a referee, and what do you think is going to happen? I'm not saying go physical altercation on him, but there's going to be a little bit more blood boiling. Sometimes you wish Christian Pulisic had that in him, because he has the talent in him.
All right, interesting. Maybe questioning a little bit to the fire there for Christian Pulisic. I think if there's anybody who could benefit from like a refresh, a restart with everything that's going on at Chelsea, there's probably some frustration built up there,
absolutely.
right? It's him. So I always think that in these situations, it's a player who is very much primed. But when I say that, Herc, it's because I think that there's less pressure on Christian Pulisic when he's with the U.S. than when he's at Chelsea. And why I say that? Well, you see it, right? We saw the arrival videos, Christian Pulisic getting into camp. He's happy. He's a beloved figure in the U.S. camp. Do you think there's less pressure on him with the U.S., even though he is very clearly the guy for Greg Berhalter's team in a way that he's not with Chelsea?
I think he's starting to embrace that pressure because of what it means. And you said it perfectly, a fresh start. Now, Chelsea's over with. That is done. Get that out of your mind. Whether it's Thomas Tuchel, whether it's Graham Potter, whether it's referee shoving you, you have to concentrate on what is the World Cup, and you have to be somebody different. The great thing about a new scenario is you can reinvent yourself, and you can be somebody different. He can be somebody different for the world at this World Cup, the way he's been a difference maker for the U.S. men's national team throughout his whole career. But that's exactly what he needs to do. And when I speak about that fire, I'm talking about this, the opportunity right now, today. Because it doesn't matter how little he played for Chelsea. If in this World Cup he can capitalize, and he knows that he will play a lot, in a team that values him, with a coach that values him, that could be the difference maker. That could be a game changer.
Herc, you know how EA, FIFA do their World Cup simulations every 4 years?
Sure.
They did the World Cup simulation this time around. They got the U.S. going to the quarterfinals. Christian Pulisic scoring 5 goals in 5 games. I'm just saying.
Christian Pulisic scores 5 goals at the World Cup. Producer Beto's getting a tattoo. Left bumpy of Christian Pulisic.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.